We open in black and white canning days, dissolving into today's big box aisles and corporate silos, setting the stage for a journey from self-reliance to dependency and the path back. In my shop, I hold a family photo, reminders of grit, jars, and tools that taught me what independence feels like. Folks, it's downright crazy how in the past few generations, we've become so dependent on everything but ourselves. From the gadgets that simplify our lives to the corporations that feed us and fill our prescriptions. Our grandparents? They worked way harder, grew and canned their own food, raised families through grit and grace, turning dirt into dinners without a single app or drone delivery. I know costs have changed, tech's advanced, but our attention spans haven't. We're more distracted than ever, scrolling instead of building. Why have we handed over our independence to this system? Well, first off, they want you to be. They want you to stop being healthy so you're reliant on their processed foods, patented pills, and endless debt cycles. And buy land? Oh, that won't be available if they continue the way they're going. Billionaires and elites are snapping up property, water rights, and resources like a game of Monopoly on steroids, wringing every last dollar from us regular folks while inflation rises and corruption spreads like wildfire. How will America even survive another 10 years amid this mess? As an Oklahoma handyman who's built multiple businesses from scratch, Jason the Handyman LLC, 405 service warriors, e-commerce stores like Ancient Trail Elixir, I've felt this squeeze personally. Growing up hearing tales of my grandparents' farm in the Sooner State where they canned fruits, raised kids, and fixed everything themselves, I see how far we've fallen. This 60-minute deep dive is our roadmap. We'll branch out every angle of dependency, health sabotage, land grabs, inflation, corruption, and survival, with detailed answers, stats, and practical steps to reclaim it. Grab your coffee or herbal tea. Let's unpack this generational shift and light a path back. Here's our mind map. 5 branches we'll unpack next. Question 1. How did we become so dependent? Watch the branches expand with key stats. Let's dive deep into question 1. How did we shift from our grandparents' hard-knock self-reliance to this total dependency on systems, apps, and outsiders? This is the root branch, exploding into sub-branches like a wildfire. First sub-branch, the post-WWII industrial shift. In the 1940s and 50s, America was 23% rural, with family farms numbering over 6 million, where self-sufficiency meant 90% of households grew some food. My own grandparents in rural Oklahoma did exactly that, canning peaches from their orchard while Grandpa repaired tractors by hand, teaching us skills that built not just homes but generations of capable people. But post-war, the GI Bill and suburban boom lured folks to cities, and agribusiness giants like John Deere and Monsanto, now Bayer, lobbied for mechanization and subsidies that favored mega farms. By the 1970s, farm numbers dropped 50%. And self-sufficiency skills like canning vanished from curricula as women entered the workforce en masse, leaving behind a legacy where food security was family-made, not factory-fresh. Multiply this branch by economic policy. The 1960s war on poverty expanded welfare, but what started as aid turned into dependency traps. Today, 43 million on SNAP, with benefits cliffs where earning more means losing benefits, trapping generations in poverty cycles that keep folks from investing in land or skills. Sub-branch 2, technology's double-edged sword. The 1950s sold us labor-saving miracles, refrigerators, microwaves, and by the 80s, credit cards to buy them on debt, turning self-reliant households into consumers chasing ease. Fast forward to 2025. 85% of Americans spend 7+ hours daily on smartphones. Attention spans halved to 8 seconds since 2000, shorter than goldfish per Microsoft research. Dependent on algorithms dictating what we eat, think, and buy, DoorDash and Uber Eats now handle 20% of meals, with gig economy workers trapped in app-driven jobs that mimic 19th century wage labor but without the community or skills of old. This branch forks to social media echo chambers, where 70% of users only see content reinforcing their views, stifling independent thought and critical skills like growing food or fixing tools. Our grandparents learned by doing, not doom scrolling. Sub-branch 3, education and cultural erosion. Schools once taught home economics, canning, sewing, budgeting, and shop classes, mechanics, woodworking. But by the 1990s, these were cut in 90% of districts, replaced by standardized testing that emphasizes compliance over competence. Now, 70% of young adults can't change a tire, sew a button, or grow basics, per surveys from the National Center for Home Education, creating a generation reliant on YouTube tutorials for basics our grandparents mastered by 12. This cultural shift branches to media narratives glorifying hustle culture and consumerism over family or community production, where busyness is a badge, but practical self-reliance is quaint or outdated, leaving us outsourcing survival to experts, doctors for every ache, banks for every cent. Sub-branch 4, the debt and policy trap. Student debt at $1.7 trillion nationally, and mortgages doubling since 2008 lock families into dual income traps, no time for gardens or teaching kids skills, while zoning laws and regulations favor corporate farms over home growers, e.g. FDA rules make selling homemade jams illegal in many states, pushing us to buy processed. Multiply this by inflation. Housing costs up 50% since 2020, forcing urban dependency where land for self-sufficiency is a luxury only 2% can afford. Sub-branch 5, psychological and marketing engineering. Multi-billion-dollar ad industries target our insecurities. 250 BI food marketing annually promotes junk that keeps us unhealthy and dependent, while education and media condition us to outsource joy and security to apps, turning grandparents' independence into our grandparents' independence into our apps' captivity. From a personal angle, I remember my grandpa's stories of bartering canned goods for labor during the Depression. Skills we've lost to convenience, but we can reclaim. Answer: we've become dependent through a perfect storm of industrialization, tech addiction, cultural shifts, debt, and policy, but the branch out shows it's reversible. Multiply by 50 generations? It's not fate. It's fixable. Relearn one skill weekly, canning like grandma, or starting that herb garden. Your independence starts now. Question 2, why do they want us dependent and unhealthy? Follow the health branch. Question 2, why does the system actively push dependency, especially unhealthy habits, so we rely on them for food, meds, and money? This branches into a web of profit over people, a deliberate design to keep us hooked and consuming. Sub-branch 1, profit from sickness. Big food giants like PepsiCo and Nestle craft ultra-processed junk that now makes up 70% of American diets, loaded with sugars, salts, and additives that drive obesity, 42% adult rate, diabetes, and 11%, and chronic illness costing $4.5 trillion annually, funneled straight to insurers and pharma. They fight soda taxes and lobby for subsidies that keep real food expensive. Meanwhile, they want you sick because a healthy person cooks at home, grows herbs like dandelion for detox, and skips the aisle altogether, threatening their $1.8 trillion industry. Sub-branch 2, the health trap. Big pharma banks on this. Opioid crisis killed 82,000 in 2024 alone, with prescriptions up 300% since 1999, despite the deaths, and they spend $6 billion yearly on ads to medicalize normal life. Low T, pill. Anxiety from screens? Antidepressants for 23% of adults, while ignoring root causes like 7-hour daily dopamine hits from TikTok meta algorithms that shorten attention spans to 8 seconds. Worse than goldfish, fueling a 21.8% global internet addiction rate, where teens are 32% more anxious offline because the system profits from our disconnection. Multiply this. Food dyes linked to ADHD, up 40% in kids. Seed patents, Monsanto Bayer owns 90% of corn. Lockout home growers, and in OK farm bankruptcies up 20% from corporate buyouts, while obesity hits 38% here due to cheap fast food chains outbidding local farms for land. Sub-branch 3, policy and lobbying engineering. Corporations pour $4 billion into lobbying annually to keep this cycle. FDA regs marginalize herbal alternatives, your Ceres nettle for energy versus pharma stimulants, while subsidies prop up junk. Corn subsidies alone, 116 buys since 1995. They want short attention spans, algorithms designed to keep you scrolling, not thinking, so you buy their fixes instead of growing your own like grandma's canned tomatoes. Sub-branch 4, economic control cycles. Dependent people spend 17% of GDP on healthcare, 5% on entertainment, 4% on debt interest. Healthy, self-reliant folks don't line up for the pump. Debt traps branch further. Student loans 1.7T forced gig work. Uber dependency up 50% since 2020, where you're too busy for gardens or skills. Sub-branch 5. Cultural and psychological indoctrination. Media glorifies convenience. Why garden when Instacart delivers? Ignoring how this erodes family bonds, 70% of young adults can't cook basics. They profit from misery. Chronic stress from this loop keeps us buying more fixes. But here's the counter. Reclaim health. Grow dandelion for free liver detox, vitamin-packed anti-inflammatory, nettle tea for energy, grandma's way. Multiply by 50 solutions. Learn one herbal remedy monthly, stockpile seeds, build co-ops. They want you reliant? We say sovereignty. In OK, we've got fertile land. Use it. The system's web is wide, but the threads are breakable. One garden, one question, one step back at a time. Question 3. How are billionaires buying land and resources to control us? Question 3. With billionaires and elites hoarding land and resources, how are they wringing us dry? And what does it mean for access and survival? This scarcity branch is exploding like a corporate land rush. Sub-branch 1, farmland monopolization. Bill Gates alone owns 270,000 acres of U.S. farmland, more than some entire counties, making him the largest private owner. BlackRock and Vanguard firms control stakes in food chains, snapping 15% of single-family homes post-2008 crash. By 2025, foreign entities, China holds 384,000 acres, UAE, another chunk via shell companies, control 40 million U.S. acres, up 20% since 2019, turning family breadbaskets into investor playgrounds. Multiply by 50 states. 80% of farmland could be corporate by 2035, per USDA projections, leaving rural OK families. Farm numbers down 50% since 1980, priced out at 3,000-acre average, where billionaires pay cash while we scramble for scraps. Sub-branch 2, housing and urban squeeze. Investment firms bought 1 in 5 homes in some cities post-2020, driving rents up 30% nationwide, forcing urban dependency where owning a plot for gardening is a pipe dream, multiplied by 50 years of policy. Zoning laws favor developers, turning neighborhoods into rental empires. In OK, foreclosures up 15% in rural areas as core like BlackRock buy distressed farms for logistics hubs. Sub-branch 3, water and resource wars. Nestle extracts billions of gallons from U.S. springs for bottled water at pennies, while CA farmers pay 10x more for aquifer access amid droughts projected to hit 13 million migrants by 2050. Billionaires patent seeds, 80% global supply corporate, making heirloom saving illegal or obsolete. Multiply by 50. Water rights auctions in the Southwest could leave communities dry, with OK's Ogallala aquifer eyed by Core for fracking water, up 20% extraction since 2010. Sub-branch 4, political and digital control. Lobbying 4B year secures policies favoring extraction. Biofuel mandates benefit their seed patents, while digital billionaires control data resources, algorithms deciding what you grow or buy based on profiles. Sub-branch 5, money and monopoly squeeze. They buy to wring dry. Amazon warehouses on farmland, turning food producers into wage slaves. Multiply by 50, feudalism 2.0. Rents up 30% since 2020, urban flight to cities without space for self-reliance. But survival branch, buy small plots now, 3K acre rural OK still accessible. Form co-ops for land shares. OK farm co-ops like those via OSU extension help 50 families buy bulk. Forage public lands, mushrooms like reishi for immunity, wild berries for jams, bypass gatekeepers, your series herbs as free resources. They want control, we multiply alternatives. Community solar farms, mutual aid. OK's got fertile soil, reclaim it before it's gone. Question 4, inflation and corruption. How the economy keeps us broke. Question 4, inflation's rising, corruption's widespread. How's the economy rigged to keep us dependent and broke, and how do we fight back? This is the rigged web branch, forking into financial traps. Sub-branch 1, inflation's grip. CPI up 15% in recent years, groceries 30%, homes 50% since 2008, while real wages stagnate. Minimum wage buys 20% less than in 1979. Fed printing trillions post-2008 to 2020 devalued the dollar 25%, but billionaires' assets double in bull markets. Branch 2, wage stagnation and inequality. CEO pay 399 ex-workers, EPI data, middle class squeezed, 70% live paycheck to paycheck, gig economy, Uber, DoorDash, dependency up 50% since 2020. In OK, gas up 40%, small biz taxes rising while core get breaks. Branch 3, corporate welfare. 2T bailouts to banks 2008-2020, crumbs to use, tax code favors billionaires, effective rate 8% versus 13% middle class. Lobbying 4B year buys deregulation, crypto crashes from insider trades wipe savings, multiply by 50, casino economy, student debt 1.7T traps grads and gigs, no capital for farms, businesses. Branch 4, corruption's reach. 70% Americans believe systems corrupt. Pew 2024. Lobbying ensures monopolies. 12 companies control 90% U.S. food. Health tie. Inflation hits organic food 12% more, pushing junk that feeds chronic illness. 50% adults, 4.5 T cost. Branch 5. Global tech ties. AI job loss, 47% at risk. Widens inequality, while blockchain crypto offers escape, your interest, but insiders manipulate markets. In OK, inflation erodes family farms up 20% bankruptcies. Entrepreneur solution, diversify, drop shipping herbs on Shopify dodges hikes, your ancient trail elixir. Buy silver crypto hedges, up 200% versus inflation. Fight back, barter networks, trade herbs for eggs. Local farms, OK co-ops, learn skills, handyman trades. The rigged games for the 1%, build parallel economies, barter, local farms, your handyman skills. Multiply by 50, from broke to sovereign, one trade at a time. Question 5, can America survive the next decade? Let's weigh doom versus hope. Question 5, with inflation, corruption, land loss, health sabotage, how will America survive another 10 years? Branches of doom and hope, but we choose the path. Sub-branch 1, pessimistic forecasts, national debt, 35T sparks hyperinflation risk, Venezuela-style 50% chance by 2030, IMF. Climate forces 13M, internal migrants by 2050, USDA projections, hitting OK's droughts hard. Corruption erodes trust, 70% believe systems corrupt, Pew. AI automation risks, 47% jobs, Oxford study, widening inequality where 50% have chronic disease, opioids fentanyl killing 100 kk year. Land scarcity, 80% farmland corporate by 2035. Multiply by 50, social unrest, riots like 2020 X10, supply chain breaks, COVID exposed 90% imported meds, water wars, Southwest aquifers depleted 70% by 2040. Sub-branch 2, optimistic realities, resilience rising, homesteading up 25%, 2020-2025, crypto decentralized finance empowers 10 million users, your interest, up 200% adoption. OK advantages, fertile soil, top 10% US ag states, low regs for small farms, OSU extension supports co-ops. Sub-branch 3, survival Q&A, stockpile, yes. Grandparents canned goods, store 6 to 12 months, rotate yearly. Seeds for gardens, heirloom kits from Seed Savers Exchange, $50 starter. Community, form co-ops for land buys, OK farm shares, 1K entry co-ops via localharvest.org. Health, herbal sovereignty, lion's mane for focus, up 30% cognition amid chaos, nettle for energy. Economy, barter skills, your handyman trades for food, diversify crypto, Bitcoin as hedge, 150% versus inflation 2015-2025. Politics, vote local antitrust, support bills like FTC's non-compete ban. Tech, AI for good, automate e-com, Shopify bots save 20 HHRs WK. Multiply by 50 solutions, back to roots smarter, gardens, skills, networks. We've got grit, channel it. America survives through us. Standalone Q&A recap, your questions, straight answers. Before we close, let's recap our PDF deep dive Q&A. Your questions, my thoughts. Q. How do I start gardening like grandparents? A. Simple. Windowsill herbs, dandelion for detox, 5 min setup. Yield, 1-2 lbs season. In OK, use OSU extension seeds, $20 kit. Q, with land gone, how to secure food. A, co-ops and foraging. OK's public lands allow 50 lbs year mushrooms. Join localharvest.org for shares. Q, inflation-proof money. A, barter handyman skills, your LLC model. Crypto, Bitcoin hedges 200% past decade. Q, big pharma push. A, herbal alternatives, nettle for blood pressure, no side effects like meds. Q, kids in this system? A, teach 1 skill month, canning, budgeting. Books like The Omnivore's Dilemma Guide. Q, local corruption. A, vote county commissioners. OK's farm bills need grassroots push. Q, health dependency. A, grow lion's mane. Focus amid chaos, 30% cognition boost. Q, tech help or harm. A, automate e-com. Shopify AI saves time, not jobs. Q, community. A, host potlucks. Your herbal teas as entry. Q, survival kit. A, 3 months canned, seeds, water filter, 100. Your turn. Comment your Q below. We've branched this out fully, from dependency's roots to survival's branches. Our grandparents thrived, we can too. Multiply self-reliance by 50. 1 seed, 1 skill, 1 connection. America's future, in your hands. Comment your first step, like, subscribe. Let's reclaim it from Oklahoma with real talk. Stay sovereign, final montage, key takeaways and ways to take action.